and it's totally not because I saw the mod that he installed on Monster Hunter Wilds that I'm gonna go back and watch this one. It's absolutely not because I saw the Monster Hunter Wilds mod that he installed in the Assassin's Creed video. Okay, it's totally for an absolutely different reason that we're gonna be watching this. But oh, sorry, I forgot to share the other freaking video too, though.
Assassins.
Amazing. Please go and check out Fleekazoid's video on Assassin's Creed. Let's watch this one real quick. Because I just didn't get my fill. I just did not get my fill. Alright, Fleekazoid, Monster Hunter Wilds review. Unleash your inner furry. I was debating whether we may or may not play it on stream, so I didn't want to like get influenced by somebody else's like review on it. But screw it, it's too late. Let's go. So there's a good chance we're gonna play Assassin's Creed as well, you know. So I already watched that one.
First, dude. What are you talking about? This is my high level armor. Come on, quit being jealous.
Oh, okay.
Monster Hunter.
Nah, it's cool. It's just like that one chick from Rising of the Shield Hero. I get it. I understood. You know what? I think I want to play Monster Hunter Wilds. This game looks good, I think. Yeah. It looks really... The gameplay looks really appealing. I think there's a lot of really good aspects to the plot, I think.
This is the latest furry indoctrination sandbox where you smack really big monsters for 100 hours and somehow don't get bored of it. It's David and Goliath if David drugged Goliath and brought him back to his special dungeon. It's my favorite franchise where you can turn an endangered animal into a fur coat. And it's
oh, hell yeah, bro. What do you mean? That's what makes it more valuable.
Becoming a furry or Cabela's. But
everybody hates Cruella until they get into Monster Hunter. Then suddenly it's just like, well, listen, bro. I'm sorry, it's gotta go, bro, and it's gotta go because I need a new pair of shoes.
For me, it's just another fine addition to my collection of games where I
kill things because they're different from me.
In fact,
ooh, I really want to play that. I want to play that Warhammer game. It looks so cool.
So much fun, I didn't have to use mods. I mean, but you know, besides a couple of quality of life things, but they're just some small front end tweaks. I promise you, you're not even gonna notice.
That cat looking thing is freaking cool. Like I love it.
I don't even need to use mods.
But what I do need is for this entire story to fuck off right now. I'll tell you what's really wild.
That's the non-modded one?
8 hours long and they call it the main story. They put in so many cutscenes and walk-alongs that I kept forgetting what the dodge button was between fights. I go from ODing on dopamine in the fights to going cold turkey in the cutscenes. These cutscenes are like dopamine detoxes. Get that annoying little shit out of my face. I get that the story is supposed to build up all these fights and give you more of a reason to want to hunt the monsters, but you misunderstand me, Capcom. I already have a reason. I want to turn that gangly bitch into a mink coat. I don't need to know who they are, where...
Yeah, he's not wrong. I feel like all the reason I need to hunt the monster is at the very beginning of the thing. Like, when you get introduced to them, you know, when they're just like... especially in, like, Monster Hunters, which one was it? Was it Rise? The one where they had, like, the really cool freaking intros?
They come
let me see that. Let me look it up.
They're here. I need to know if killing them will help me make my great sword even greater. The only motivation this is giving me is to skip the cutscenes until I see a big old monster show up. Like those monsters right there. God damn, Gemma.
Okay, that's the modded one, I think.
Tungsten steel?
Damn.
Once the main story is done, they just let you smack the fucking monsters. But before we get into fucking monsters, let's talk about stalking.
If you install the mod, you actually have to kill 20 more monsters just to get enough material.
Monsters. Wilds is way more actiony and streamlined than the previous centuries. In previous games, just to find these bastards, you would have to interview the chicken's family, past lovers, you'd have to find piles of shit and take a little nibble and go, he's within 100 meters of here, I know it. Tonight's the night, and it's gonna keep happening again and again and again. Oh shit, there he is. Only to have to repeat this all over again 10 minutes later because the bastard rolled away.
Check this out, bros. One very specific one that I'll show you if I can find it, but this right here, Capcom, this is all we need.
With
to want to, not the bank. Ignore that. You don't need more money, Capcom. Listen, don't get any ideas. Hold on. Ignore that, Capcom. Don't look at this, Capcom. No, Capcom. Let me skip YouTube. What the hell? Alright, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, and then you wonder why people start using freaking ad blockers. No, it's fine. Look at this. Oh, perfect. And is that one exactly?
First comes the Vanguard, unstoppable tank.
This is all we need to get hyped up to hunt the monster.
Finally, the General, the highest in rank. A trio of blades, swift as a gale.
And that's just a little freaking velociraptor, bro.
Bow and kill without fail.
Well, you're already freaking hyped to go freaking like turn this dude into a jacket. Hold on. There it is. The topic of this one. Don't get me wrong, the Barrioth is also cool, but check this one out. Look at this. Look at this!
A flying shadow.
Oh, so freaking sick!
Silent as the wind, with eyes.
That is freaking so cool, dude! One of the most annoying freaking monsters to hunt, though.
Lightning
but so cool looking.
When it swoops down on its prey, all becomes a blur.
Look at it! Oh, dude, that's all you need. I don't need somebody to talk me a freaking. I don't need to have like a whole freaking story of like you different dead. Like I don't care.
I thought I was getting an animal cruelty simulator, and instead I got a shitty serial killer
for real.
getting his daily cardio.
I don't care. He's a monster. It's Monster Hunter. It's not Nature Preserve Hunter. Get out of here. These are monsters. Freaking. I want to fight them with my giant sword.
Later. PETA shouldn't be mad about this.
Get out of here!
I think this is more the fat activist jurisdiction. Whereas in Wild, you load in, hop on the bird, turn on autopilot, go take a dump, come back, and there's the frog staring you down deviously.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot
Good
mouth.
lord,
Now,
bro.
when
He got that
does,
swiggity swooty walk.
Find my fursuit. We're one game away from not even showing up to the battlefield anymore and just drone striking these bastards. I get it now, new Assassin's Creed fans. Letting the game play itself is way better than me playing it. I can only imagine how good it feels to avoid playing your dog shit game. But for now, we still gotta mince our meat. And with that being said,
get the cheeks, baby.
Fantastic. No matter what weapon you use, the flow is stupendous. The new aiming feature gives me a snowball's chance.
Oh, bro, I freaking love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Monsters taints. I don't even think a single franchise out there has as impactful hits as Monster Hunter does. When you're smacking them, the scales come off, tails come off. You're shaving them like one of those.
Oh yeah, no, that entire Monster Hunter Rise was very, very like Shinobi. You know, that sort of like vibe throughout the entire game. Really phenomenal Monster Hunter game if you want to like play it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best Monster Hunter. Some people like the tower defense aspect, some people don't. I personally think they're pretty cool. You know, it gives it a little bit more variety. But it's definitely a really freaking sick one if you like you're trying to get into Monster Hunters. Oh, it's so good.
Meat-like compounds. You're shaving off a little Gucci, a little Cucinelli, a little Prada, a little Tom Ford.
The cutscenes are solid, dude. Oh, the story cutscenes, I mean.
Is fun, but you should know by
I don't like
now
spiders. Forget the spiders. Screw the spiders. I don't like that. That's nasty.
Allow you through the pearly gates, and that's the great sword. Some people will say there's no need to go all in because you can just.
I like to believe that someday that will be genuinely the promised land.
Know by now not to listen to me. There's only one weapon that will allow you through the pearly gate.
Just say like if there is right heaven, like I just know it has to be this.
And that's the great sword. Some people will say there's no need to go all in because you can just bring a second weapon.
I kind of want to use the hammer. This time around.
Right, you do get a second weapon. Another great sword. Shut up and go. I'm gonna make you a Cosby sword to go with your regular.
Not a bad idea though, right? You could have one with poison and then have one with like explosion or with like something else. You know, not a bad idea.
Sword. Gunlance users are out here struggling on monsters as simple as the flaming cocks. Can you imagine that? Great sword havers can't. The great sword's all about smacking the shit out of a monster as hard.
Oh, bro, my favorite copium ever is when people are just like, yeah, but if you use the long sword, there's like no skill in that. It's just like, alright, cool. But you know what? It feels fun as hell, and I get to beat the game a lot faster. So you know what? You enjoy your much more difficult and much more impressive freaking whatever the hell that you can't even get past the second level. Sure,
Do
you do you.
can as slowly as you can while taking the absolute
I'm gonna keep
most
slashing
damage
this
you
fool.
can. Make no mistake about it, choosing the great sword is choosing to take a hurtin'. I'm out here popping mega.
Nah, I might genuinely do a hammer longsword or like a hammer great sword. Cause sometimes you gotta cut the tail off, and sometimes you gotta break like specific pieces of armor off.
Potions like Percocets, can't feel a fuck to give, I am him. It's very different from the gun lance user strategy of
the spider's furry!
getting killed immediately and letting your friend.
I've heard the gun lance is fun.
You. Humble opinion here, but gun lance users
But booty
should
cheeks.
be put up against a wall and showered with shampoo and body wash. Get that sweaty shit.
What about the
outta
conditioner
here. Did
though? You
know
forgot
that
the
9 out of
conditioner.
10 gun lance
Condition
users are
before
furry?
and after you
Check this game
shampoo.
out. Go look it up. The great sword has hit, block, and parry. What more do you need? But with great power comes great responsibility.
Wait, parry? Oh, yeah, you're getting too
You
complicated
have
for
to
me now.
start
No,
your
I want to
parry
bonk him on the
7
head.
years beforehand and then hope it lines up with him being 3
That was a
feet
pretty
away
sick
from you in the
parry,
middle
though.
of an attack. Timing is essential. When their back is turned on you, not yet. When they just started their attack, not yet. When your wife starts banging the neighbor, not yet.
Hold
It's
on, what?
all
What was
about
that?
perfect
Was that last one?
when now. Wow, Zonke. Listen, if you can't get the parry down, just go find a great sword user who did get it down that'll carry you and
Well, I'm telling you, bros. Parrying is for losers and nerds. Don't parry. Screw parrying. I'm gonna grab a hammer and just bonk him.
till Capcom servers take a shit.
I
Now,
wanna
with all
do
that
the
being
spin.
said,
The
weapons
hammers.
are only half the battle. The other half is fucking up explosive barrel tosses or using the environment against the monsters.
I've never been able to ever use a trap correctly. Like, capturing beasts is, like, so incredibly inefficient and unnecessarily difficult that it's like, I'm just gonna beat it to death. I'm just gonna beat it with the hammer. Like, I'm not about to. And then, like, you finally get the fool, like, asleep or paralyzed, or you get or you trap him in the net, and you don't have enough time to set up the net, or you don't have enough time to set up the paralysis thing, or sometimes you set it all up, but it doesn't freaking go off, or it doesn't explode, or you don't use enough, and it's just, then I'm just gonna bonk him to death again, because we're back to square one.
And the
Back to square one!
A number of things. You can pull a cliff down on a frog, you can lure him into a vine trap. Hell, sometimes a hawk will come down to double team that cock. Except you shouldn't double team him. I'll tell you what you should do. You should remove yourself from the situation and take a little inspiration from Mike Vick's playbook. That's right, start taking bets. Who's gonna win, the hawk or the cock? This is a God-given side hustle laid upon your feet. Are you?
I love that, though. That's actually not a bad idea. It's kind of like the equivalent of back when, like, me and my bro, what we used to do is we used to, like, set up FIFA teams or Super Mario soccer teams as well, but we would set it up so that, like, the controller wouldn't, like, connect to either side, so it would just be the computers playing against each other, and, like, we would sort of, like, just place bets of nothing. We had no money, but we would just sort of, like, place, like, pretend bets on, like, which one would win.
An entrepreneur or not. If you see two dogs fucking and don't start charging matinees and running Facebook ads for it, then I guess
Well,
you
the hell
don't
charges-
own a Lamborghini. Do you? Bill. Profit.
Who the hell
profit.
pays
Go
for-
use that money to craft more weapons.
I don't wanna think about it.
just crafted a heavy bow gun. I don't like heavy bow guns. I would never even fucking touch a heavy bow gun. I just wanted to see the blacksmith again. That's business.
You know
As
what?
far as what armor you should
Fair,
use, just
fair.
grab whichever fursuit matches your persona. Listen, pimps, I gotta admit something to you. This whole time I was in fact using mods. And not just the quality of life mods I
What?
told you about. I admit I used mods to make the heavies
What?
heavier. I know. You probably didn't even notice, but I had to confess. I had to confess before
I can't
showed
believe
you
this.
last mod. I've gone too
I
far,
can't believe
David,
you've destroyed my trust like this.
And says, now I am become death.
Oh my, I've seen this freaking mod. No! I've seen this mod! Ah! It replaces the freaking gorilla monster. Dude, God. The end credit, I love it. Just roll the end, just roll the credits. It is perfect ending. Beautiful. Phenomenal. I mean, this is media, ladies and gentlemen. This is the epitome. This is the top shelf media right here. What more do you want? Go drop him a like. Go drop him a sub. I'm gonna share the video on the Discord. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today. I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi. That's all for now, monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!